In this section, let's implement the NotFound page. So let's go to the Explorer and in the pages and in the public, let's open the NotFound page. Well, this is it. So some of our pages are not really important and they has not any special functionality. So we don't pay attention to these pages a lot and we are most focused on the pages with authentication and authorization functionalities. So let's copy paste this page from our GitHub repo and continue. Well, this is it. So you can simply copy paste this content from the GitHub repo. This is not an important page for us. First, let's see the result of it on our website. So if we go to somewhere that is not exist, for example, let's use a random address, you can see that we will be automatically redirected to the /404 and we have this not found page. So this is just a simple division and we have this 404 icon and we have the requested page not found. Let's take a look at its codes and continue. So here in the codes, we have this division and we are using the class name of PageTemplate1. Then we have another division and inside of that, we are using this icon of TV error 404 and an H1 with these classes and the text of the requested page not found. And for the beauty of it, we are using the BG of red and also a border of white and we are using ring and ring of red of 600. So this is it. Again, you can copy this from the GitHub repo. This is not an important page, so let's close it and go to the next section. And in this section, let's implement the unauthorized page. So let's again go here to the public and unauthorized page. And again, let's paste all of the code from the GitHub repo here. This page has not any special functionalities and it is exactly like the 404 or not found page. You can see that we are using this division with template of 1. And again, we are using another division with this icon of TB hand stop. And also at H1 bit there, you don't have access to requested page. And again, we are using a BG of red and a border of white and also a ring of red of 600. Let's see it on the front end. So this is for the unauthorized. So let's test it. And here, if I go to somewhere that I'm not authorized, for example, you can see that I'm not logged in the website, so I cannot go to the dashboard. So if I try /dashboard, let's test it. Well, we will be automatically redirected to /unauthorized, and we can see this beautiful page. So we have this icon, we have this you don't have access to requested page text here, and this is the unauthorized page. So let's go back to our codes and continue. And here, let's close the unauthorized page and have a quick overview of the pages here. So we implemented the home page, yeah, and also the login page, and the not found, and the register page, and also the unauthorized page. So all of our public pages are implemented. Now let's go to the dashboard. We need to implement the dashboard page, but before that, I want to have a reusable component and I will use this reusable component for some of my pages. So let's create it. I want to create a template. Let's close everything and go to the components. And here, inside of the dashboard, I want to create a new folder with name of page access. And inside of this page access, let's create it. So let's add PageAccessTemplate.tsx here. And let's import the React node from the React. And also let's import the icon type. We need it from the React icons. And after that, let's create an interface of iProps. And for this interface, we are going to have some props. So for example, we are receiving a role with type of string. And also we need to receive an icon with type of this icon type that we are importing from React icons. And also let's have a color with type of string. And also a children with type of React node. And this children is optional. After this interface, let's implement our component. So I will use RAFCE to create our component. And I delete this import React. I don't need it. Let's minimize this iProps. And here, we need to receive some props. And the type of it would be iProps. So let's minimize this Explorer and receive all of them. So I received the role and also the icon, and I renamed this icon to this icon. And also let's use the color and also the children. So we are receiving all of these from our iProps and I'm destructuring it. And this is it. So after it, we have this return section. And here, let's delete this page access template. And for this division, let's have a class name of page template 3, and after that I want to have an inline style for it. So let's use an inline style because we are using Tailwind, and this is the way that we are using from the dynamic classes. So I will use the border color of color, and this is, let's have a format document for it. So that's it. So inside of this division, I want to have a section. So let's create this section. And for it, let's have a class name of width of full, and also flex, and justify of center, and align items of center, and gap of 8. So this is it. And inside of this section, let's create a new division here. And inside of this division, I want to have the icon that I'm receiving from the props. That's it. And I can have a class name of text 6x large. And after that, let's have another style for it. So I will use the color of this receiving color. So let's format the document again. So inside of this page template 3, I have this, and also then we have a section, and inside of this section, first we have a division, and inside of it we have this icon with class name of text 6x large, and also we have a style with color for it, and that's it. So let's scroll a little and continue. And after that, I want to have another division. And again, for this division, I want to have a class name like a space y of 2 to have some space between them. Then again, I want to have a style. So let's use another like this. Let's use an object. And inside of that, again, I use this color equals to the receiving color. That's it. And inside of this division, let's have an h2. And for the h2, we can have the class name of text of 4x large. And what do we need to show inside of this h2? I want to show that this is the role page, and this role is coming from this role, which is coming from the props, and that's it. And after this h2, let's have another h2 with the class name of text of md, and inside of this h2, I want to show that you must have the role. This role again is coming from the props, and after that I will type access to see this page. So this role and this role would be dynamic, and they would come from the props. This is it. And after this division, let's delete this space. So the section is finished, and then we can have another section. And inside of this section, I want to render the children of this component. So let's use the format document. So I created a reusable component here, and let's have an enter here. So we imported these, and we have this iProps. And in this page access template, we will receive the role and the icon and the color and the children, and we will show them like this. So this is it. Let's close this page access template and go to the next section. And in this section, I want to use this page access template inside of the dashboard page. So let's go and close everything and go to the again pages and dashboard page. This is it. And first, let's import this page access template that we created just right now. And after that, let's import this icon, BG Globe Americas, and we want to import it from React icons /bs. And this is it. After that, we have the dashboard page, and we are returning this dashboard page as an export default. So let's delete this dashboard page. And here for the main division, let's use class name of page template 2. Then inside of that, I want to use my page access template. So let's use it. This is it. And we can pass some children to it. So for this page template access, we can use a color. So I want to use #000, which would be black. And then I want to use this icon. So I will pass this icon of BS Globe Americas to it. And after that, let's have a role for it. So for the role, I'm going to use dashboard. That's it. So let's use the format document. So we created this division with this template, and then we are using this page access template. We are passing a color and an icon and a role to it. Then we can pass some children to it, and let's check it again. Our children would be rendered here in the second section. So I create a division here, and for this division, I want to use the class names of text3x large and also a space y of 2. And inside of this division, I want to have an H1. And in this H1, I will type dashboard access can be either another H1 with owner and another H1 with admin. Let's have another one with the manager, and also let's have another one with user. So this is it, easy and simple. Let's format the document. So this division is the children that we are passing to this page access template, and this is it. Now I think we can test it. So this is the dashboard page. Let's go to the website and check the result until now. So let's go to the home page, and here first let's log in. For example, I use the name of Mamad, which is one of our usernames, and also let's have its password to log in. Let's check the result. Well, this is it. Now you can see that we have this beautiful template, and we are in /dashboard, and we are using that page access template component. So we are passing this icon, and this is dashboard page. And so you must have dashboard access to see this page, and this is the children of it that we are passing. So good. So we are using the color of black for this dashboard, and this is it. So now you can see that you can send any type of props for it. For example, I'm sending the color and this icon and this dashboard role to it, and it will render everything as what we want. So I think the dashboard page is completed. Let's continue and implement the next sections. In this section, let's implement the user page. So let's close this dashboard page. We don't need it anymore, and go back to our pages and the dashboard. So now we need to implement the user page. So let's go to the user page, and this is it. First, let's import again the page access template, and then let's import the FI user. Let's minimize this, or you know what, instead of minimizing it, let's go back to the dashboard page, and from here let's copy this class name equals to page template 2 because it's exactly like it. Let's close this explorer, and then let's paste this class name for our main division, and let's delete this user page. For it, we just simply need to return a new page access template, and for this page access template component, we can have a color again, and the color and an icon and row. So for the color, I use this color, and after that I can have this icon of for user and also a role of user. So let's format the document. So this is our user page, and a user can access to this. We will implement the next pages, and then we test all of them together. So this is it. Let's go to the next page, and the next page is manager page. So let's open our manager page and minimize it. First, let's import the required icons, and so let's copy this again because it's like it. And in the manager page, let's paste it here. So we again need the page access template, but for the manager page, I want to use another icon. So I will type another icon of FA user type. This is it. And again, let's close this dashboard, and let's copy all of this section because it's like this. So let's paste that again here. So inside of the manager page, again, I want to have just a simple division with class name of page template 2. And this time, let's delete this, and also this and this. So for the color, I will use this color, and also for the icon, let's copy this FA user. And also for the role, I simply use the manager. So let's copy the manager from here. We have it. By the way, I really enjoy the copy pasting because it helps me to speed up my works. And let's format the document, and that's it. So we implemented our manager page again, like the user page. We need to import the page access template and FI user type. And again, we have a division with class name of page template 2. And again, we use page access template with this color, and also we use the icon of FA user type, and also we use a role of manager, and that's it. Now, let's go to the next step. And in the next step, after the user and the manager, it's time to implement the admin page. So let's open the admin page, and it is here. And again, inside this admin page, let's copy this and paste them here. So again, we need to use the page access template, but this time instead of the FA user type, I want to use another icon of FA user shield. This is it. And let's copy this section quickly from the manager page and use it here. So this is it. Inside of this admin page, we have in the return, we use the division with class name of PageTemplate2. Let's copy this admin for the role. And also let's use this icon again in this page access template. And for this, let's change it. So I want to use 9333EA. This is it. And let's use the format document. So this is the admin page. You can see that the structure are equal. So we are just using this division with the page template 2. So now you can see that it is really a good idea to create reusable things, and that thing can be either a component or a Tailwind CSS classes like page template 2. So this is the admin page, and I think it's okay for now. Let's go to the next step, and the next step would be the owner page. So let's open the owner page, and this is it. Again, let's copy these two sections from here and paste them here in the top of our component. So again, we need to use the page access template, but this time for the owner page, I want to use FA user card. That's it. And let's quickly copy this section again, this division. So I will paste that division instead of this. So I have a division with class name of page template 2, and let's copy this owner and paste it here inside of this role. And for the icon, let's copy the FA user card. This is it. And also let's change this color. So I want to use 3B3549. This is it. So let's use the format document, and that's it. Easy and simple. We implemented 4 different pages with some reusable components and Tailwind CSS classes. Let's have a quick overview of it. So we have page template 2 and page access template in the user page, and also in the manager page, and in the admin page, and also in the owner page. Now let's close all of them and minimize everything. Now let's go and test these 4 pages and see what is the result of this. So now let's check everything, and we saw that we created this owner page and admin page and manager page and user page buttons to handle all of the accesses that we want to test. So let's first let's see that what is our role. So my role is owner, but I will log out and I will use a user, a simple user like user 6. So let's log in with this user. So as a user, so you can see that this is the dashboard page. So dashboard access can be one of these: owner, admin, manager, and user. So everybody has access to the dashboard. And let's check the user page. Well, this is the user page. You must have user access to see this page. So we have the user access because the role is user. Then we have the manager page where we don't have access to this requested page, and we will be redirected automatically to /unauthorized. This is so good. Let's go back to the dashboard. So we don't have access to manager. Let's check the admin. We don't have access. So good. Let's go to the owner. Well, we don't have access. That's so good. Everything is calculated by the role of us. That's good. So let's go back to the dashboard. So this was for the user. The user only have access to the user page. Let's log out and let's find the manager. Like for example, this is manager user 2. And let's log in with this user. And you can see that we have access to dashboard with the manager role. So good. Do we have access to user page? Yes, the manager has access. Then let's check the manager page. Well, this is manager page, and you must have manager access to see this page. That's good. So we have access to manager page with the role of manager. Then but the admin don't have access. Good. And also let's check the owner. Well, we don't have access to owner. That's so good. So let's log out, and again, let's have another access, which is admin. So this is admin, user 1. Let's log in. Okay, user 1, 1, 2, 3 for the password. So this time our role is admin, and we have access to dashboard. That's good. User page, well, we have access. Then manager page, good, we have access. Then let's check the admin page. Well, this time we have access to admin page. That's good. And also let's check the owner page. Well, we don't have access to the owner page with role of admin, but we have access to user and manager and admin. That's so good. Let's check the final role, which is the owner, and the owner was Muhammad. I think yes, this is the username of our owner. By the way, Muhammad is the name of me. And let's use the username of Muhammad. My name is, in fact, my name is Muhammad, but I use this Muhammad. And let's use the password 1, 2, 3 times. So this time I'm owner and I must have access to everything. So I have access to dashboard. Yeah. Let's go to the user page. Yes, I have access. And let's go to the manager page. I have access. Let's go to the admin page. Yes, I have access. I'm owner. So I have access to everything. Now let's go to the owner page. And you can see that this is owner page. You must have owner access to see this page. So this is the part of our business logic that we want to implement. We want to have access like this. And all of these accesses is coming from the utils of our auth. Let me show you that. So if I go back here to the src and to the auth, and I think it was in the auth.utils, yes. So everything is coming from these 4 arrays. So you can see that for the all access, we must be owner or admin or manager or user. But for example, for the admin access, we can only be admin or owner. So let's go back to our website. So if I want to have access to the admin page, I must be owner or admin. And because I'm owner, my role is owner, I have access to this admin. So this is the business logic that we want to use, and this was the test of it. So let's continue and go to the next step. Now let's go and implement the next section. So let's close this out. Now I want to implement a spinner component, and I want to use it to show the loading in my dashboard page. So let's open the Explorer and minimize everything, and this time let's go to the src and components and general. So inside of the general, we previously created an auth spinner here, but this time I want to create a general spinner. So let's right click and add a new file with name of spinner.tsx. That's it. And let's use RAFCE to create the component here. And let's delete this React. I don't need it. This is just a simple component. And here, let's delete this spinner. And here, I just want to have some simple class names like margin X of auto and width of 80, and also height of 80 and border of 8, and also border purple of 300. And for the border of top, I use another color, which is purple of 700. And also let's have a rounded of full and also an animate of spin. This is it. Let's use the format document. So this is just a simple division, this spinner. So let's have a quick test of it. So if I go to the, let's say for example, go to the pages, dashboard and dashboard page. So here inside of this page template, let's comment this for a moment and let's use our spinner to see it. So this spinner is coming from the component general spinner, and let's see it inside of the dashboard page. And let's go to the dashboard. So this is it. You can see that this is a simple spinner component that I want to show when I'm using the data loading, or when I'm using the post method or the get method. Let's go back and uncomment the previous sections and delete this. And let's use Ctrl Z. So delete this spinner and uncomment this and close this. So let's close everything and check it again. So in component general spinner, we created this spinner component, and now we can use it in all of our projects. So let's close it and go to the next section. And for the next section, I want to implement MyLogs Page. So let's go to the src and pages and dashboard. And now let's go to the MyLogs Page. This is it. Let's minimize this. So first we need to import some components. So let's do this. So I will import the use effect and use a set from the React. Also, I need the ilog.dto and Axios instance, and also my logs URL and the toast, and also this spinner that we just created it in the component general. And also we need to use the moment from moment library because we want to work with the date in this component. So this is it. And inside this MyLogs page, let's create our states here. So I will create the first state as MyLogs and set MyLogs, which equals to user state. So we are using TypeScript, so we can easily define the type of ilogdto array for it. And for the initial value or the default values, we can simply use an empty array. This is it. Then let's have another state for the loading and also set loading. So we want to show the loading with the spinner component. And we say that this is a user state with type of Boolean with a default value of false. That's it. And after that, let's create a new function here. And I will create a const of getLogs, which equals to an async arrow function. So what I need to implement, the first thing is I want to use a try-catch block because we are using an async method and we are going to call the backend. This is it. And after that, inside the try block, let's use the set loading of true. So we will set the loading state to true. And after that, let's say the const of response equals to await of Axios instance dot get method. So we need to use this get method, but because we are in the TypeScript, we can simply pass the return type to it. So we say that the return type of this method is an ilogdto array. And what is the URL of it? It is mylogs URL, and we are importing it from the utils global config, and that's it. So after awaiting for this, we can simply destructure the data from the response, and after that, we can use this data to set my logs. So we say that set my logs of data, and also let's use the set loading of false. So this is in the try block. We will call the backend and we will get our data and we set to the logs, and then we set the loading to false. But if we have any type of error, so we can simply show a toast of error with this message of an error happened, please contact the admins, and after that we can set the loading to the false. This is it. So let's use the format document, and we created a get logs. So let's minimize this, and after this get logs, we can simply use a use effect hook here. This is it, and also let's use an empty array for its dependency, and inside of this we can simply call get logs. This is it. Let's use the format document. So after the component is mounted, this use effect will be called and the get logs would be called, and we will have the logs inside of our logs or our mylogs state. This is it. So after this use effect, we will check and we say that if the loading is true, what we need to do, we need to return a division, and inside of this division, we simply want to return the spinner component. That's it. And for this division, we can simply use the class name of width of full. This is it. So let's format the document. So the first thing is if we are in the loading state, we return a division with class name of width of full, and inside of that we'll use this spinner, else we return another component. So let's delete this and let's press enter. So for the main division, let's have class name of PageTemplate2. So inside of this, I want to have an h1. So let's create the h1, and I will use this my logs text for it. So let's use the format document, and for this h1, let's have a class name of text of 2x large, and also font of bold. Again, format document. So what do we need to have here? You can use any structure you want. So you know that we have some logs and we want to show it to the user. You can use cards, you can use some divs with flex or with grid, or also you can use table. I simply use a simple structure here. So let's create it, and let's scroll top, and after this h1, I want to have another division, and in this division, let's use the class name of PageTemplate3 and items of storage. So this is PageTemplate3. Let's have a quick look on it. So this is PageTemplate3, and it is on the index.css, and we created it previously. So let's continue, and here inside of this division, we will use the class name of PageTemplate3 and items of storage. And inside of this division, let's have another division for the top row. So what do we need to use inside of this division? The first thing is let's use some class names for it. So it would be grid. So let's use a grid and grid columns of 6. So we will have 6 columns. And inside of that, I want to have padding of 2 and also a border of 2 and border gray of 200. and also rounded up LG. So this is the first row of us. So we can use just simple divisions or simple other elements. I use some span. So let's have an span with the now, then let's have an span with date, and after that let's have username, and after that let's have another span with class name of call span of 3. So it will take 3 columns, and we will use description. So this is it, and we have one division on the top. After that, let's open a curly brace to use JavaScript, and instead of that, I want to take a look at my log. So we will have an array here, an array of ilogDTO, and we want to map over it. So let's use myLogs.map function, and you know that inside of this map function, we can pass an arrow function to it. So we want to receive the item and index for each one of the logs, and for each one, we want to return a division. Let's scroll a little to see it better. So for this division, I want to have a key of index, so this is important for the React. And after this key, let's have some class names for it, like grid, and also grid columns of 6, and again padding of 2, and border of 2, border gray of 200, and also rounded up LG, just like the top one. Inside of this division, like the top, let's have some span. So I want to have an span with the value of index plus 1, because the index starts from the 0, but we want to start from 1. This is it. And after that, let's have another span with the value of moment of item dot created at, because this is a raw data string, and we're using the moment of this raw string dot from now, we will show it better. This is it. So after this span, let's have another span, and instead of that, I will use the item.username, and after that, let's have another span with the class name of call span of 3, and also I use the item.description. So this is it, and after that, we'll export default MyLogs page. So I think everything is okay. Let's format the document. So we created this functional component, and we have some state, and we have the getLogs method. And then in useEffect, we call it to get the data from the backend. Then we have the this section. We check that if the loading is true, we say please return a division with width of full with a spinner. And then let's implement this. So we have a beautiful structure, and instead of using a table or card, I just simply use this structure with grid. So this is the MyLogs page. Let's go to the front end and check it. And here first, let's refresh. So I'm the owner of website, and this is my role. So let's go to the MyLogs, and the MyLogs is here. So if I click on the MyLogs, you saw the spinner, and then we are in the /dashboard/MyLogs, and this is the structure. So you can see it. We have no date, username, description, and we have it. So a few seconds ago, 6 minutes ago, 21 minutes ago, and the other. So you can see all logs of this user with his username and also a description. So a few seconds ago, the username was Mamad, and the description is a new token generated. Then we have 6 minutes ago, a new token generated. 21 minutes ago, a new login. It's not important what is this, but you saw them on the backend project. The important thing is this is a log, and it is coming from the backend, and it belongs to this user, because when we are going to the MyLogs, we just can see the logs of the logged in user. So this is, I think it's okay. Let's go back and continue to the next section. In this section, I want to implement the SystemLogs page. So I don't close it because I think I can copy some of these classes. So let's let the MyLogs page.txt to be open and go to the SystemLogs page, which is this page. And first, let's import the required components inside of it. So I will import the useEffect and useState from the React, and then I need the ilogDTO again and the Axios instance. Then let's use the logs URL, and also let's use the toast, and also I need the spinner and the moment. So this is it. And you know what? Let's go here and check the states. Well, we have MyLogs again. Everything is the same. So let's copy all of these from here and paste it here. So we have two states of logs and set MyLogs, and that's it. And after that, let's copy the getLogs function here, and we can change it as what we want. So let's copy it and paste it here. So we have the getLogs function, which is an async arrow function, and inside of this try, first we say that please use the set loading of true for us. Then we say constant response equals to await as axios instance.get. Again, the type of the return of this axios instance is ilogdto array, but this time it is not mylogs URL and it is logs URL. So let's copy this logs URL and paste it here. And after that, again with the structure the data, yes, from the response, and we use the set mylogs of data. But I think this time, because this is not the my logs and this is all logs, so we can change this. So let's change this to the logs and set logs. It's a better idea, I think. And here, instead of my logs, I will use set logs. That's it. And after that, let's use the set loading of false. That's good. Then we have the catch section, and here we say that toast of error of it's okay, please contact admins, and set loading to false. That's it. And let's go here and use this use effect. So let's copy it again. And after this get logs, I again use the use effect, and I say that when the component is mounted, please run the get logs for us. And after that, what do we have? So I think we can use it again. So let's copy this section and go back. And after this use effect, let's paste it. So we have this loading state again, and we check that. If the loading state is true, please return a division with class name of with full, and also let's show the spinner and the division. So let's use a format document. That's good. And let's check the final version, which is this. So in the final, you know what? Again, let's copy this and use it again because we have a lot of them here. So let's copy all of the division here because the structure is the same, just we have a little change in the data. So let's copy it and paste it here and check it. So first thing is we need to change this my log. So let's use the logs here to avoid this error. This is it. Now let's use the format document, and now let's check it. So the first thing is we have a division with class name of PageTemplate2. That's good. Then we have the H1 with again the same class names, but this time it is not MyLogs. It is the SystemLogs. So let's copy this system from here to be sure about characters. So this time we have an H1 with SystemLogs. Then we have another division with class name of PageTemplate of 3 and also items of stretch. That's good. Then we are using the same grid, so I think everything is okay. So we are using grid with grid columns of 6, and also we are using padding of 2 and border of 2 and border gray of 200 and also rounded of LG. Then we have a span of no and date and username, and then we have again the color span of 3 of description. That's good. And after that, we have again the logs.map. So we are receiving the item and index, and just like the top, we are returning a division with key of index and also a class name of grid with grid columns of 6, padding of 2, border of 2, and border gray of 200, and rounded of LG. Then we can have again the span of index plus 1 because the index starts from the 0. Then we use a span of a span with value of moment of item dot created at dot from now, and then we can use item dot username and a span with class name of call span 3 with item dot description, and that's it. So I think everything is okay. Let's use the format document. So we created 2 states here, but this time instead of my logs, I used logs because this is all system logs. Then we have get logs and use effect and a loading, and also we are rendering the final result. So let's go to the front end and check the result until now. So let's refresh. Okay, and let's go back to the system logs, which is all logs here. So we are going to slash dashboard slash system logs, and here you can see that here we have access to all user logs. For example, this is the Mahmoud. Then we have username 3 minutes ago, user 2, user 6, Mahmoud, user 9, user 7. You can see all of the logs of the system, user 7, user 8, Johnny, and we have access to everything, so we can see all logs of our system. But we saw that we can have some role-based authorization, so the system logs is a protected one. Let me show you that. For example, let's use an user. So who's user? For example, user 6 is a simple user, And if I log out and log in with a simple user, let's check the access. So do we have access to the MyLogs? Yes, every user has access to its logs, and we implemented it. Let me show you that. If I go to the here inside of the routes index. So here we are using this auth guard, and for the all access roles here we are using dashboard and send message and inbox and MyLogs. So MyLogs is here inside of all access roles, but I think for the admin access we can find the system logs. Yes, system logs need the admin access role, so we must be, let's check the admin access role. The admin is either the role of owner or role of admin. So only the owner and the admin can have access to system logs. Let's test it. So because I'm user, I can have access to my logs. Everybody has access to my logs. But let's check the all logs and where it is /unauthorized. Because we don't have access to the, let's go back again here. We don't have access to the all logs or the system logs page. And this is because we are user. Now let's test a manager page quickly. So this is manager, user2 is a manager. Let's go here, logout and login. So user2 is a manager and his role is manager. So do you have access to my logs? Yes, a few seconds ago we have a new login and send message and the others. But do you have access to all logs? No, we don't have access because we are manager. Now let's test an admin. So this is admin, user1 is an admin. Let's log out and log in with admin. Where do we have access to my logs? Yes, we can see all logs of the user1. And let's check the all logs. Where this time we have access to system logs. Why? Because we are admin and the owner can have access. You can see that. We can see all of even the a few seconds ago logs of the user1 and the user2 and the user6 and the others like Mahmoud and the others. Because we are admin and we have access. No, let's log out and check the owner. The owner was, I think, yeah, Mahmoud is an owner, which is me. So let's log in. I am the owner of the system. Well, because I'm owner, I have access to my logs, yes, and I have access to all logs. So this is the access of the system logs. And now let's continue and go to the next step.